Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Starting 11 here on the Let's Get Ready Network. I'm Adelia, that's my buddy Snark, and I think this is a rare episode, Snark, where we're both happy.
Yes, very happy. Very happy. Got some, we got news today or whatever, it's been maybe 4 years or whatever since this thing happened, but I'll talk about it at the end of the show. But as for this week, great week. It was a fantastic week.
It was a good week.
Yeah, maybe there could have been a couple results maybe changed, and it would have been an amazing week, but a very good week nonetheless.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Thanks to Ferris for being here last week in my absence. Really appreciate you filling in. And thank you to all of you who are watching. If you are here for the first time and new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. That would really be great. We're on the push to get to 150 right now. Mm-hmm. We're getting closer. So thank you very much. Mm-hmm. Snark, where should we start?
Well, we'll start with the earliest game we got Saturday. A game that I thought would set my week off on the wrong foot. It's gonna set it off on the wrong foot. I imagine there wasn't going to be a different result, but thanks to Yves Bissouma and his ridiculousness, I thought in the second half, maybe, because as awful as Luton were in the first half, we're talking Luton losing to Tottenham 1-0 at home at Kenilworth Road. As awful as they were, and they were awful. Make no mistake about it. They were terrible. They were still in it. Yep. Tottenham couldn't score, and then Yves Bissouma. Okay, here's the rule. If you're already on a yellow card, don't show up the ref, because that was an awful dive. No one even close.
It was terrible.
And he just goes, and of course, head swivels around like, "Where's my call? Where's my call?" Right in front. Like right in front of the penalty box, like in front of the penalty area. Get out. Okay, so that's it. Tottenham down 10, but it just kind of made it more fair, because it just it made it for a more competitive second half. It's Mickey Van de Ven, the scorers for Tottenham, 52nd minute. Kaminsky was good though. Like Thomas Kaminsky was good for Luton. Like, good for him. Adebayo probably should have scored. I don't know how he didn't. To tell you the truth, how do you just get it tangled up in your legs?
Yeah,
you are in the top league, not just of England, the top league in the world. That's just the one that how do you? I don't know how it goes through his legs and gets stuck in there, but. Maybe work on that in practice a little bit more, but it's a result, Adelia. That's not surprising, but could have gone another way had a couple of chips also fallen, but to no avail.
Yeah,
everybody leaves home sad.
Spurs are top of the league. We must acknowledge this.
Well, we'll talk about that in a minute, too.
They've beaten the bottom 4 teams.
Yeah.
So they haven't, I feel like they, other than their games against Arsenal and Man United, I don't feel like they've really played anybody, and Man United are terrible. So
Man United are terrible, and again, we get to talk about them in a minit, and maybe one of the most bonkers.
They also won the game against Liverpool that they shouldn't have won.
They should not have won that. That was gifted to them, so they're already getting help. These guys are paper title holders right now. That's it.
Yeah.
They are still Tottenham, guys. They are going to fall back. Do not worry about this.
Like,
I'm going to say
shout out to our friend Trevor.
6th. They're going to finish
6th. Shout out to our friend Trevor, the Tottenham Hotspur fan that we know. The only Tottenham fan that I can stand. Who said on Twitter that he'll take it. Of course you take things like this win. Of course you do. It's Luton. You should have beaten them by 6.
Yeah, that's true.
Even down a man, they should have beaten them by 6. They were better than Luton in this game. Luton may be the worst Premier League side I've seen since Derby.
Ooh. Sheffield United isn't great.
Sheffield United is great. Luton are bad.
They're pretty bad. They are quite terrible. You might be right. I'm gonna just have to say that my one of my best friends in the world is a Tottenham fan, and the only Tottenham fan I can stand is Trevor. So there you go. Because Dan Miller. Yeah. Okay. So we finished the first match. Maybe we should let that handsome Alabaman talk to everyone about our Patreon real quick.
Sounds good.
Hey guys, it's Justin, aka Hambone, just here to let you know a couple of things that we have going on with the channel. One, we have a Patreon. If you can and want to support us, you can do that. As little as $1. You can join the Discord. We also have a merch store where you can get some cool shirts, mugs, and stuff with all of our different shows and labels on there. And thank you for all of our supporters that have already been there with us.
That's patreon.com/LGR_network if you're interested in helping support the channel. We would really appreciate it.
I said the handsome Alabaman. Too late. Never mind.
What other Alabaman is there on this network?
All right. Next game also not a big fan of the result. We're going to talk again. The aforementioned Sheffield United losing to Fulham 3-1 as Bobby DeCorva-Reid getting the first goal. Really nice pass from Vinicius Jr. We're going to talk about people who maybe should have been getting more cards. How was this guy not getting more cards?
Yeah.
Vinicius Jr. has been a goddamn menace out there. Clubbing Silva last week, all the stuff from this week. Enough of this, guys. Someone pay attention to Fulham. I know it's Fulham. I know it's hard to give a shit. But just pay attention. Just pay attention.
Yeah.
That's all we're asking for. We're asking them to do their jobs. And Tony Robinson leveled it for Sheffield United. So good for him. Of course, he plays for Fulham. So puts it in his own net. Weird.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna.
It was a weird one. He was just like, he couldn't get out of the way of it.
Speaking of weird, we're going to talk the next goal. Tom Carney takes a shot from way up. From way out.
Way out.
Yeah. Off the crossbar. Into West Foderingham. Into the back of the net. That's the second time I think we've seen that same goal this year. I think it happened to Everton in the first game of the year, right?
Yeah, I think so. And, obviously that went down as an own goal because it was not going in.
No. Well, yeah. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. But it goes off Foderingham. So Foderingham, another goalie goal in soccer. Of course, this time in his own net. So not so great. And a guy I will never say a bad word about, William, rounds out the scoring in extra time. All right.
We should bring up the Chris Basham injury, which looked horrific.
Ooh, yeah, poor Chris.
Well, wishing him well.
Yeah.
But that looked awful.
Yeah.
Like when they say, we're not going to show the replay again on TV, it's bad.
Yeah, believe it. When you hear it, believe it. Trust me, there was an injury in football a couple weeks ago in American football. A guy named Nick Chubb got injured.
Yeah.
My buddy kept telling me, do not look at this injury. I said, well, I'm just going to look at this injury, won't I? And I have regretted it ever since. So, yes, guys, trust me, don't watch it. Just know that we wish him a speedy recovery. It may take a while.
Yeah, it's going to take a while.
It might take a little while. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go. After that gruesome reminder, let's move on to something else that's gruesome. Everton winning.
What was this?
Everton looked good.
I have no idea what this was. I was so shocked.
Sam Dyche, I guess, said something before the game about it. Enough is enough. It's about time to round into form here, guys. And they did. James Garner scores. That weird play is Barney slipping to make a pass. Jack Harrison scores. I think was that Jack Harrison's first goal for Everton?
I think that was Jack Harrison's first goal for Everton, yeah.
Seems strange. It always feels like he's always being talked about. I guess, yeah. He's been making good plays, just not scoring, I guess. So whatever.
That's the story of Everton's season so far, though, is they seem to be making good plays but not scoring.
Well, and this time it's, you could blame Bernd Leno for this. What was he doing?
Yeah.
Like the first punch out, which he could have easily caught.
Yeah.
And then getting it back and trying it again, and this time having his own guy run into him. So, all right, I'll go from a well out. Again, lots of goals that seem to come from well out this week.
Yeah.
Who else gets one? Doucouré got the last one. It probably shouldn't have happened. Onana could have dragged Adam Smith to the ground to get the ball, and the ref was just like, man, I'll allow it, even though it leads directly to a goal.
More stellar refereeing in the English Premier League.
Just got him, turned around, and put him on the ground. All right.
Yeah.
Whatever. Good thing is, the next match we're going to talk to about is Crystal Palace 0, Nottingham Forest 0. So it's a match that also happened. We don't get to talk about it. I'm not talking about 0-0 draws unless something spectacular happens.
There was one thing in that game that I wanted to say is that Murillo guy for Forest had one hell of a run and almost scored.
Yeah.
And that was very impressive. But that's the only thing I remember about that match.
Yeah. One thing I do know, and is starting to piss me off, is Chelsea loan Andre Santos to Forest. And the idea, he might actually get minutes.
And he's not.
He has not played a single second in the Premier League. He had a walk-on in, I believe, the Carabao Cup match. That's it. So, Chelsea's going to have to bring him back. We could have sent him to Europe. We could have sent him where he's going to get minutes. Forest made this push for him. We're saying, okay, fine. At least he's going to get Premier League minutes. He ain't getting them. Pull him out of there. Enough is enough. But, it's nice to see Cho doing good over there. So at least he's getting minutes. He isn't getting hurt. That's one thing I'll always worry about Callum Hudson-Odoi. Like, he's always going to get hurt. But he made it. He made it through. All right. Speaking of hurt. Speaking of pain. Adelia. We're going to talk Manchester United. Not losing to Brentford. How did this happen? How did they let this happen?
This wasn't Manchester United 2-1 Brentford. This was Scott McTominay 2-1 Brentford. He's the only one that did anything in this entire game.
Well, Casemiro, of course it's Casemiro, gives up the ball early. It leads to Matthias Jensen opening the scoring, and it lasts until the 92nd minute. 2 minutes and extra time. It's sloppy clearance. They're just not taking care of the ball. And McTominay's drawing the game level. And then at the death, because the goal was scored, this is the extra time for the goal scored. Yeah. Rio Fernandez has a free kick from just inside midfield. Somehow, the ball finds its way to, of all people, Harry Maguire. And it's Harry Maguire's header that I'm pretty sure it wasn't supposed to be a pass. It just kind of goes off his head and it's in. And a shocker. But this is on Brentford. They had chances. They had chances to kill this. Not only just to play defensively in the last 6 minutes of a game, but to win it. Like to put more goals in. It's a half-hearted effort. You could see in the last 15 minutes of the game, there was just no effort at all. We're just going to get over this.
Yeah.
You have to take advantage of that.
I thought this was going to be the wildest finish in Europe this weekend. And then AC Milan said, hold my beer.
Your
That was nuts.
friend and mine, Olivier Giroud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Olivier Giroud in
And
goal.
how about the who scored that goal for them? Another former Chelsea kid, if I do remember.
He did, yes.
Well, at least he gets time in Italy because he'd never get it here. And plus, he just put it off the crossbar, the post or whatever.
It's very true.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, Man United winning this game, I think, just papers over all of the cracks. I don't think that they are any good whatsoever, and I don't think this changes anything.
I think it may have saved Ten Hag's job.
It may have saved Ten Hag's job for a while.
For a little while. We'll see how they look next week, or I guess it's 2 weeks because we don't have an episode next week, Adelia. It's another international break. We're not an international break. It's them this time. Yeah. So yeah, all right. Let's get on to the good news. Let's get on to the good news. Burnley playing host to Chelsea, and unlike gracious hosts, they decided to go out and score first.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, I was a little upset.
I can imagine.
I was a little angry. I was at work watching it on my phone, and I have a metal desk, and I was like, if I express my anger as much as I want, I'll have to buy a new desk because I was that angry. I was just the softness of the defending. Just watching this, like, who's Odegaard or Odegaard? Who the heck is this guy?
He's 18.
Yeah,
I think he's Burnley's youngest ever Premier League scorer.
Yeah, it goes around like three guys, and Cucurella just has his legs wide open for some reason. It's like, gotta get him tighter. You know where the ball is. And it wasn't a great job by Sanchez to get to that ball either. I thought it went by him a little too easily. But maybe that was this kind of spark that Chelsea needed. Or maybe not Chelsea, but one man. Adelia, yesterday was Thanksgiving up here in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
We like to get it out of the way early before the snow. I'll tell you one thing I'm goddamn thankful for, and that's Raheem Sterling.
I bet. Because
he was unbelievable. In that after that game, he just took over, not getting credit for the first goal, but scoring it, going off of Al-Dakhil's hip, and then getting taken down right at the box. Like, was that a penalty? It was pretty close. It looked like Raheem was in. It may have looked like the defender was out, but it looked like Raheem was in. So I think it was okay. And so here comes young Cole Palmer. Now, just like a young man who I'll be talking about quickly at the end of the show. We're not going to go wax on about him forever, even though he's one of my all-time favorites. Just like that young man, this young man comes on for his first crack at a Chelsea goal from the penalty spot. He makes good. Cole Palmer, you look at the games that he's started now for Chelsea. I believe this is his third game as well, just like Mr. Who we'll talk about later. He has been just creatively such a breath of fresh air, and having him out there, and look at the age, like there's nothing to this kid. This kid still needs to eat 2 or 3 more sandwiches a day. Like he's a big, tall, lanky guy, but there's really not much to him. But you could just the pace that he has and the creativity with the ball. So exciting. Anyways, Raheem Sterling gets to get his own goal this week as well, and then he helps set up Nico Jackson's at the end. And Nico Jackson, this is more like it. This is kind of what we wanted to see, and just him taking a breath, getting the ball, settling, finding a spot, putting it in. Yes, it's Burnley. It doesn't matter. I'm going into every week now with trepidation. This is not what it should be like to be a Chelsea fan. So to get wins and seeing progress, I'm like, okay. And maybe I'd like to thank the moron, Gareth Southgate, for not putting Raheem Sterling into his squad again. Maybe that's just a fire that he needs. More fuel for him. Goddamn, like, did he ever show up? I would say, I think he was given a Player of the Week award or whatever, or a FIFA 11 or whatever award for it this week. He was very good. Not the best outing for young James Trafford, I'll say. But, he had no defense at the end. There was nobody going forward for them. As soon as they scored, that was it. I think they were figuring, okay, we're good. And it's Chelsea. I'm not quite ready to say Chelsea's back. I am quite willing.
I would certainly hope not, because it was Burnley.
Yeah. But they're putting.
They are showing signs of improvement.
They're putting wins together. They've beaten Brighton and Fulham and now Burnley. So we'll see. But it's good to put a string of wins together. Our next opponent may be slightly more difficult, but we just have to remember that we're always going to be better looking than they are. So that's it. We'll always win the handsome award compared to our next opponent.
We got our friend Ferris Muthon in the chat saying Chelsea is a regulation battle team, losers.
It's a pretty weird thing to say to somebody. Pretty weird thing to say. Regulation. So relegation, I believe. So relegation. There's no chance.
No, Chelsea's not getting relegated. No way. No. The bottom four teams are so bad that there's absolutely no chance that Chelsea is getting relegated.
Yeah.
But they are improving.
We're improving.
Yeah.
We can go.
Yes, first we know what you meant. They are improving, and yeah.
Yeah. We're just doing a year-long training camp. That's all.
It will be very interesting to see how you fare against your next opponents.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It's at home.
Yeah.
So there's that. I'm still thinking.
There is that.
We're gonna end up.
We'll get to our predictions for that game at the end of the show.
Yeah. We'll move on. Let's go to the Molyneux. I have no idea why it's named that, but it is. Wolverhampton at home to Villa. No scoring, but lots of chances in the first. Wolves opened the scoring in the second. You can thank Neto for that. You want to talk about great runs. He comes along the side towards the net, puts the ball at net. It goes off of a defender straight to a guy who is in form for Wolves right now.
The Korean guy, Wang Hee-chan. He'll always be the Korean guy in Pep Guardiola's heart. Villa comes right back, and it's Pau Torres. Yeah.
Pau Torres scores. Have I ever said that before? Pau Torres.
I don't think he's ever scored for Villa before.
Yeah, he really stretched out. Like, he did a lot of work to get there, and past Jose Sa. Jose Sa, again, so good. He needs to. Yeah, if he played for a top end club, I think people would think he's one of the best keepers in the world.
I agree.
Yeah, I think he's been incredible for them. Goes on. Wolves having to play 8 of the last 12 minutes down a man, and Lamina was sent off after his second yellow. But Villa was uninterested, I guess.
Yeah,
I think Watkins put it off the post on the last kick of the game. I think so.
I think Watkins had an argument for a penalty there. Would have been a soft one, but he got shoved in the back right before he took the shot. But because he got the shot away, they didn't call it.
Yeah. Well, wait, how dare you? Are you trying to say that the match officials do a piss poor job?
We're about to get into that.
It's coming. It's coming. Let's go. Lots of draws. Here's another one.
There were a lot of draws on the weekend.
Yeah. West Ham 2, Newcastle 2.
This was a pretty good game, actually.
It was good. When there's 4 goals, You can't.
Yeah.
It's going to be a pretty good game, unless it was like 4-0 or something like that. Suchek scores first. It's some really great passing by Paqueta and Emerson to get him the ball. He basically had to do nothing. He basically had to do the minimal amount to score that goal. Paqueta over the top and Emerson, a great run, beating who's the goalie for Pope. Nick Pope. Yeah, Nick Pope. Suchek wide open. And then a man we featured on the show before last year, finally getting back into the starting 11 for Newcastle. One of my favorite Swedes, Alexander Isak, gets the first of 2 for him. First one from set.
He almost had a hat trick.
Did he get one from the spot as well? I think, right?
Was it from the spot?
I'm trying to think. Then putting one in for set piece. Oh yeah. Oh right. Guimaraes and Trippier with the passes or whatever, right. and another one where he was just kind of in front of goal and just really had to do not
by
much.
Himself.
Right.
Didn't have to do much.
Did not have to do much.
How you leave Alexander Isak that wide open in the box? I don't know.
He is not little.
No.
He's a very tall man.
Yes, he is.
He would create an enormous space that you just have to, probably put a guy or 2 with him just to make sure, guys. Maybe think of that for next time. Stupid West Ham. But it's Mohamed Kudus. Big signing for them in the offseason. Mohamed Kudus, top of the box, and he puts a nice low hard shot in, and those shots are impossible to save. Like, we can say forever. Goalies just have no chance when it's hit that hard and that low. Can't get to it. So 2-2 draw there. Point each. Again, just West Ham's been playing well. And it's hard to figure out what Newcastle is this year.
Yeah, like Newcastle is playing to draws against West Ham in the Premier League and then beating PSG 4-1 or 4-0, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I don't understand it, but
I'll say I don't know if it's like they made if they think that they can get top 4 or if they don't think they can get top 4 and they're just going to really push Champions League and stuff like that. So we'll see.
I don't know.
It's the first time they've been in there a long time. So
yeah, it definitely doesn't feel like they're as good as they were last year, though.
Yeah, it's just different. And guys like Almiron and stuff like that just have them in the same. I don't know. There's just there's a different feel to Newcastle this year, but that's fine. Blame it on Eddie Howe or something. I don't know. You blame it on whoever you want. I can see them. I can see them dropping though. I can see them finish maybe 7th. Who knows? They're just inconsistency. Another match. This one could have been in any other week. A highlight of the week kind of match. Brighton.
Another good match.
Yeah, another 2-2 draw. Brighton 2, Liverpool 2. And Liverpool does what Liverpool does. They start slow with a brain fart, and all of a sudden they're down 1 because Virgil van Dijk puts the ball slowly up to McAllister. And McAllister maybe still thought he was with Brighton. Yeah, because he did not act on this ball at all.
He did not.
A Dinger steals it, and Allison was way out of position playing a free kick. And so Dinger just had to take a few steps. Allison way out. Dinger puts it in. 1-0 from another one well beyond the penalty area. But, and to be fair to them, I guess, Lewis Dunk also just puts the ball up the middle. And it's stolen. Is it Andy Robertson that stole it to Saposalai? Another guy I'm just not a huge fan of. To Darwin Nunez, who passes across, and I don't know how many times I have to say this, but one of the best things I can see in soccer is the dummy. When someone could have acted on a ball but doesn't, and it holds the defense to get to the other guy. I love that play. And of course, it's Mo Salah, who's amazing and breaks my heart. Thank you very much, special one, for not having any vision in this man. But anyways, Mo Salah, and yet another goal. And then a poor pass from for Bruggen to Pascal Gross was taken away, forcing Gross to take down Szoboszlai.
Yeah. Kinda. Maybe.
Hand was on the shirt. Like hand was on the collar. And as soon as you feel, he's going to drop. This guy hunts for calls. He hunts for these things. Szoboszlai, that's his job, I think. He's like, I'd rather get a whistle than a chance. So anyways, he drops down. And of course, penalty spot or whatever. There's nothing. VAR even looked at it, and there's nothing we can do. Like, we know he dove, we know he did, but the hand's on the shirt. You can't grab him and think that you're not going to get that call. So Mo Salah goes to the spot again, puts Liverpool up, but 77th minute, and another free kick. This time from young Solly March, and I get to say his name, so I'm happy every time I get to say it. I love the name.
You do love his name.
I think that's a great name. He finds Captain Lewis Dunk's boot, and he makes up for that first half gaff. Each side had lots of chances. Draw, but as good as the draws you can hope for. And two big teams, and it's actually a big help for you guys, because Liverpool fails to get full points. Brighton fails to get full points. And it leaves one match this week.
That it does. The only match I can truly remember. And we look like we're going to be having someone joining us to talk about this match.
Ooh, I hope it's Eden Hazard.
It's not. Ladies and gentlemen, Ferris McDonough.
Somebody better than Eden Hazard.
Boo! Boo on you.
Well, unlike Eden Hazard, when I was on my second team, I flourished.
What? This was his second team.
Well, third team, I flourished. Forgot he played in France. Forgot he played for Lille. My bad.
Yeah, all right.
All right. When people say France, I think of Olympique Lyon. Well, the Olympique Lyon I managed in my team, where we won every single game.
Yeah.
We changed the world.
Oh boy.
Talking about FIFA, guys. FIFA. I bought Luis Opinda, and I made him the GOAT, and dropped 60 goals in the Ligue 1 season. Ligue 1.
Yeah, that's easy to do.
In Ligue 1? No, the record's 44.
Not anymore. You just scored 60.
Well, no, I'm talking about in real life.
Mm-hmm. Anybody can score 44 goals in Ligue 1.
Well, anybody can score 35 goals in the Premier League.
We have Ferris's FIFA gameplay every Monday here on the channel. Check it out.
Yeah. FIFA 2022.
Yeah.
The old game. 2023. The old
23.
Game.
The manager
decided to strip their name away from EA Sports.
Yeah, strange.
Well, they said they're going to make their own game, so make it.
Yeah.
I don't see how that's going to work, but we'll find out.
We'll see. All right.
They think having a World Cup on 6 different countries is a good idea, so they're dumbasses.
This is the Premier League show. I'm not going to hit myself in the head with a hammer about this ever again. It's ridiculous. What are you? They starting it in South America?
It's so dumb. It's so beyond stupid.
And it reeks of corruption, because why does Paraguay get a game? Why? You know why? Because the CONMEBOL offices are in Paraguay.
And they all automatically qualify. All 6 teams.
All of them.
In
CONMEBOL, that's 3 spots filled. Like now Venezuela, Colombia, and Bolivia are jilted because they're like, we always fight Paraguay for that last spot. What's up with this? You just giving them a free pass? Now I have to fight Chile and Brazil? Not cool.
Right. Unbelievable. you guys, I'm gonna leave this to you. I'll
Yeah, leave it to us, loser. All right, get out of here.
how dare you?
No.
I'll set it up. I'll set it up. We're gonna do. You want to talk? We'll talk about Kovacic first. And I know Kovacic is what he is. I know he's over the last couple seasons lost a step. He's been hurt last year quite a bit.
Lost a step is a stretch. Is not is an understatement, Rob.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's lost a step, or 2 or 3. So he
7 or 8.
Yeah, he comes in. Martin Odegaard has the ball. He comes in from behind, studs up, puts his spikes to his to his Achilles. That's just a simple yellow card, right?
Yes, that's a yellow. Yes.
Apparently so.
That's just a simple yellow card for not getting any of the ball hitting him from behind. So let's move on. What, 2 minutes later?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he does it again. This time, Declan Rice. And this time it's figured, fine. Guys, is it fine?
No, it's not fine. It's not fine at all. You can't give someone a yellow and then 2 minutes later say, like, you know what, I already gave him a yellow, even though he did the exact same thing a second time. I'm not gonna give him a yellow. Because I think, Adelia, you shared the video in the Discord where Howard Webb, oh my God, the more this man speaks, the more I'm like, dude, you're an idiot. All right. Like, you're an idiot. Like, you're allegedly supposed to be the most respected ref in the world, allegedly. World Cup finals. That's the way they bill him as. That's the way they bill him as. Refs, no ref has ever been respected. Except that Polish dude in that World Cup final in that French Argentina game. Because you know why I respect him? I don't even know his name. Okay? I don't know his name.
You should never know a ref's name.
You should never know a ref's name. So when I saw that Michael Oliver was our ref, me and Adelia were like,
Michael Oliver, who once sent off Gabriel Martinelli for 2 bookable offenses within 5 seconds of each other, is now being praised for not rushing to judgment on
Howard Webb.
That were actually 2 bookable offenses.
Howard Webb, Rob, said he didn't want to. What the hell?
I have the quote right here. I think you're looking for. He says that he believes that Kovacic was lucky and not to be shown a second yellows or something that the VAR is not able to get involved in, but he was an extremely fortunate player to stay in the field of play. Of course, the referee, Michael, will no doubt review that, and he doesn't want to give a negative impact on the game by overreacting to something.
He was scared to do his job because he was scared to get yelled at.
He says, and sometimes players will be on a yellow card and there will be pressure to show.
And they get away with stuff.
Pressure will come from players on the field. But that's also true that if you underreact, you have a negative impact on the game. That's right. Just call the goddamn game.
Like, like there's players who can get away with murder.
Yep.
Murder, Rodri. Can just get away with murder. And then they finally get caught and they get benched for 2 weeks because he decides to try to choke somebody out. Finally. But anything else that they can get away with murder. And people just breathe on people, they get yellow cards. Dude, he did the exact same thing 2 times in a span of 2 minutes. He did the same thing. You gave him both yellows. They should have been playing with 10 men for the next 60 minutes. Yep. And here's the thing. Yeah, and if it was Declan
and then
Rice,
gone for the next 3 games.
Yeah, and if it was Declan Rice who was Kovacic, like reversed, and they did that, then Declan Rice deserved it. And Declan Rice made a stupid decision. But it wasn't Declan Rice. It was Mateo Kovacic who did it.
Yep.
It was nonsense, dude. Do your job. Let's
talk about the first challenge for a minute. The second that yellow card came out, I was like, okay, they're not going to overturn that to a red. Because it's not bad enough to overturn it to a red. So I was actually okay that he at least got a yellow card for that. But then to do the exact same thing to Declan Rice a few minutes later, and Michael Oliver's immediately doing this.
Yeah. Keep on. It's like, come on.
Like,
come on.
Wasn't he the ref? Wasn't he the ref in the Liverpool game? against
I don't remember
against
who's
Spurs.
the ref of the Liverpool game. I'll
No.
look that up.
No, it wasn't. Well, that ref was like Jota made the dumb decision. That made a dumb decision right now. Then 2 minutes later, he did another dumb decision. 2 yellows, draw off.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Michael Oliver has hair. I'm pretty sure that the guy in
Who's the bald guy?
There's a few.
The referee for Liverpool Spurs was Simon Hooper.
Oh, the bald guy, Simon Hooper.
Yeah,
I thought Michael Oliver was the bald guy.
There's a few bald guys.
There's a few bald guys. So I just like saying the bald guy.
Okay, no, I only know 3. There's Simon Hooper, Michael Oliver, and Anthony Taylor.
Anthony Taylor, also bald.
Yeah, Michael Oliver, not bald.
Not bald. He's the only non-bald one.
Andy Medley is the great big tall guy.
I don't need. See, here's the thing, guys. Us knowing these refs' name is a problem.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's a problem.
It's a problem.
It is.
Again, shout out to that Polish dude.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know his name.
Yeah.
I just know him as the Polish dude.
That's right. That's the way he wants to keep it.
Because he also reffed the Champions League final against Man City and Inter Milan.
Yeah.
We quickly realized that Andre Onana sucks, and that defense of Inter Milan was pretty damn good. So there's that. But I digress.
We never even talked about that goal that went in. I get what he was trying to do. He was trying to just make sure it gets deflected out and not straight forward. But you have to make the save first.
The weakest wrists I've seen from a goalkeeper.
You want to know?
In a while.
Not great.
You know what the worst ever goalie mishap I've ever seen in my entire life was? It happened in the England-America game at the 2010 World Cup, where Clint Dempsey kicks it right at Peter Green. And Peter Green blocks it.
I don't think that's his name.
Whatever. Green something. Robert Green. Something Green. Robert Green. The man was wearing green. And he blocks it, Rob. It's a block.
Mm-hmm.
And it just rolls off his hands and into the goal. And I'm like, bro, you blocked it. Why don't you jump on it? It was
pretty sure that happened to Edward Mendy last year against who was it? One of the relegated teams. I can't.
All I'll say is this, man.
Which we lost to.
I just want to point out, some of these goalies suck. Okay, all right. Most of these goalies in the world, they suck.
I would like to personally thank Eric Ten Hag for jumping on that Onana grenade, because there was a very good chance he was going to go to Chelsea.
Yo, you know what? I've realized how bad. You know the reason Ajax is garbage is that they're too busy developing people like Anthony and Andre Onana instead of actually good players.
They get money. Okay. They get money. That's all.
All right. So back to the game.
Yeah. Right. So we've dealt with Kovacic. He should never have been on the pitch.
Yeah.
He should never have been on the pitch.
I will say I am glad that he was, simply because nobody can go with the whole, and this is just fan banter, but nobody can say the whole, well, there was only you can't beat us with 11 on 11.
Yeah.
We had to go down a man for you to be able to beat us. I'm glad that didn't happen.
Yeah, so, it ends that narrative right there. One guy who does get back on the pitch, Martinelli.
Yeah, baby.
Thank God.
Yeah, he comes on in the second half.
He needs a new nickname though.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does. That nickname shit. Okay, Adelia, I love you and I support you in anything you do.
I didn't come up with that nickname.
I know, but stop.
It's not gonna change. It's not gonna change.
It's shit. Okay, but continue.
So he comes on. I think did he replace Trossard?
At half. Yeah. Trossard came off with a hamstring.
Trossard really, but he was
Trossard.
Yeah.
All right. Trossard. Leandro Trossard. Get his name right.
We'll be talking Belgian people and my Belgian pronunciations in a little
in
a minute.
The underwhelming Belgians every year.
Not this guy. Not the one I'm going to talk about. Anyways, let's keep going on. And there's another former Chelsea guy involved with this, and Nathan Ake. Who seemed to be, he was really pushing forward when City.
He's not that fast.
No,
I used to think he was fast, but that man is slower than a box of rocks.
I just don't understand.
How do we allow this man to defend us? He is so slow.
I don't understand how he's so far forward. How is he getting so far forward all the time? Anyways,
they just allow him to be because he's like
They should have kept him a little far.
Yeah, because
further forward.
I think teams are allowing him to go so forward because they know he can't track back because he's
Yeah.
slow.
No,
Like,
why is Pep letting that? I understand why everybody
Pep
else
thinks
would
he's
let
a
him.
Okay, Pep is high on his own supply.
Yeah.
He thinks he's a genius because he watches these pundit shows and they just stroke him off.
He watches everybody call him a genius, and it starts to sink in. Maybe
Yeah, he's like, I am a genius. I can do no wrong. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna let a 6'5" Dutchman run so far up the field that he can't track back to play defense.
Mm-hmm. But it helps you guys out.
Absolutely.
He tracks back this time, but tries to get into a way of a Martinelli shot in the 86th minute, goes off his hip into the goddamn net.
Right in his face. Hit him his face. Yeah. Smacked him right in the face. But before Rob. But here's the thing. Here's before that, Rob.
Okay.
Mikel Arteta masterclass. Let me tell you why.
All right. Okay. Very good.
Let's sit around the fire.
Shit.
It's the 60th minute. The subs are coming in. Mm-hmm. Manchester City brings in Mateus Nunes. I don't know why they bought the guy.
He's one of the best players in the world.
According to the genius, he's one of the best players in the world.
Ever since they let him go, look how well they're doing.
Exactly.
One of the best players in the world.
So they brought him, Jeremy Doku, and I think another person.
It's been good.
Whoever that third person was. Mm-hmm. Arteta waits about 5 to 10 minutes, and he brings on his subs, and he makes Tomiyasu, Havertz, and Party.
It was Dooku for Alvarez, John Stones for Rico Lewis, and Mateus Nunes for Kovacic.
And then we wait about 5 to 10 minutes, and we bring in Party, Tomiyasu, Havertz.
Was this the first appearance for Party in quite some time?
Yes,
too?
It's the first. It's the first since the day he started playing left back. And guess how the goal was scored?
He never played left back, but okay.
He did. He literally in the first game he played left back.
He played right back. He played right back. He
played full back. Whatever, Adelia. Semantics. Well, what the hell is that, Adelia? It doesn't matter. He was playing defense for no reason.
Entirely different position.
It's literally the opposite side of left back. Left, right. They're mirror images of each other. And they just, what are we doing here?
They're, they're not mirror images of each other, but okay.
Me and you can disagree. Okay, we disagree. We disagree. All right, we disagree.
Okay.
All right, but the goal starts. Party corrals it in the midfield. Long through ball towards the box. Guess who jumps up like Superman to header it to Kai Havertz? Tomiyasu jumps up, corrals the ball with his head, dumps it off to Havertz. Havertz sees a streaking Martinelli coming down forward, passes it to Martinelli. Martinelli, with the force and momentum forward, hits the ball off of Ake's face, bounces into the goal. The 3 subs are the reason that goal was scored.
The 4 subs, because Martinelli was also a sub.
Oh yeah, Martinelli was also a sub.
Mm-hmm.
He's at halftime. Yeah. So the subs, he outclassed Pep Guardiola. He waited for how was Pep settling in? And all those Man City fans talking about I can't wait to watch Jeremy Doku on Benjamin White's side. Guess what? Ben White is feeding Jeremy Doku in his pocket. He's just giving him little snacks. Jeremy Doku's still there. He's giving him a good rotisserie chicken. Gets
Jeremy
some good
Doku switched sides to be on Ben White's side. He just
regretted it. Pocket. But you also want to know who else is in somebody's pocket? So William Saliba, when he opens up his pocket to get his wallet, he says hi to Erling Haaland, and he gives Erling Haaland like a little cookie.
Has Erling Haaland been figured out? Do you think people have figured out Erling Haaland now?
I don't know.
No, this is how you figure out Erling Haaland. You have the best center back pairing in the world. Shut him down. But here's the thing too. The Milan center back pairing also gave him fits.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You need big physical center backs to hit him around. It was impromptu, Brandy. I don't have my jersey on me. You need a big physical center back to shove him around, because he shoves center backs around. But if you're a center back, it's like, dude, I'm 6'6" too. Like Alessandro Bastoni of Inter Milan. Man, 6'5". You're not gonna shove him around. You're not gonna get at him. No, it's not happening. There's one time where he's streaking on a free play, and William Saliba cuts his run off, shoulder to shoulder, legal, and he falls to the ground like a sack of potatoes because he was looking for a call, but also he ran into a brick wall. And he looks up like, "Hey, where's the foul?" And the ref's like, "There is no foul. It was shoulder to shoulder, and y'all were both on a run." I'm like, what foul? What are you talking about? What foul? There's no foul. Back pocket, Rob.
Yep.
Back pocket.
Yeah.
William Saliba, by the way.
But in this game, let me just give stats: 100% of duels won, 97% pass completion, 0 fouls committed, and 0 times was he dribbled past.
William Saliba is one of the only center backs in the Premier League to not be dribbled past this season. Think about that, Rob. No one's dribbled past him yet.
I'm gonna look up Thiago Silva's, but I think he's done pretty good too. But I can't say that 0 have gone past him, but very few.
Someone,
and of course, like the downfall of Arsenal last year, all coincide with the loss of William Saliba. He's that important.
Yep.
Yes.
We all know that, and it's good to see
him and the Tomiyasu injury. Adelia showed out was him and the Tomiyasu injury. Because same game against Sporting Lisbon, Tomiyasu gets hurt. They have to move Ben White, but then Saliba gets hurt, so they have to move Ben White inside, and they have to they keep Ben White outside, but they have to put Rob Holding inside. Right. No offense to Rob Holding. Erling Haaland saw Rob Holding and was like barbecue chicken.
Yeah.
It also helps that KDB makes Erling Haaland better than he is.
Yeah.
KDB is a tremendous midfielder. I hate complimenting players that are not wearing Arsenal shirts. But KDB
complimenting players that used to wear this shirt.
Yeah,
and was let go for nothing.
Well, go talk to Jose Mourinho. Stop yelling at me. All right.
I was mentioned.
Yeah. Same thing with Mo Salah. Sent that man to Italy thinking he'll die, but he just was reborn. But yeah, KDB opens a lot of stuff for him. And I see a lot of Man City fans like, "Oh, we didn't have Kevin. Well, we didn't have Saka. So shut up. All right. So zip it. Stop talking. Your best player is not on the field. He's their best player. He's their best player and their most important player. Our best player and our most important player is not on the field. Okay. So chill. We beat you. Okay. So get over it.
It's the first time Arsenal has beaten Manchester City in 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's the first time we've gotten anything since a draw against them 6.5 years ago. We lost to them 12 straight times. I'm just happy that's over.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, that narrative is also now over. Now you can move on from that. There isn't that shadow, that light blue shadow over you guys anymore. And I think this
we need to beat them at the Etihad.
Yeah, this starts to push now for
need to beat them
for the Premiership. You guys
know, man, it's a 4-team race.
You know you can beat them. Know Tottenham's gonna fall back. So how are you guys gonna look against Liverpool? How are you guys gonna look against City? That's really all you have to. It's a 3-team race. Don't worry about Tottenham. They are who they are.
I'm not worried about Tottenham.
Yeah.
At all.
Nobody should be.
I'm worried about Ange Postecoglou.
Even days, they should win the Premier League. Well, we'll talk about it in a second. I'm worried
about Brighton, though. Well, actually, I'm not worried about Brighton.
Don't worry about Brighton.
Don't worry about Brighton.
Brighton, they'll be happy with 5th. Very happy. Okay.
Also, too, Neto of the Wolves, according to Kieran Gibbs, maybe an Arsenal player in January.
We talked about him earlier, and it was a terrific run to set up the.
We need to give Bukayo Saka a good backup.
Mm-hmm.
I still see you guys going after Tony. I still see it.
That's a 9. I'm talking about a winger.
Oh yeah, but I still see this is going to be your splash.
I don't want Ivan Toney.
It's not going to matter to you. It's going to matter to the guys that are going to say,
there's a guy in Italy. There's a guy in Italy.
I just don't see Osimhen wanting to come over.
Yeah, just stay with the team that racially abused you. Yeah,
it's too far north.
Man, get out of here, man.
It's way too far
north.
Too far north.
In London. Okay, so big.
He ain't playing for you.
Well, we'll see.
Oh shit, man! If he had half a brain, he wouldn't. Why would he come to play for a team that has 40 people?
It's his favorite club in the world. Now,
Yeah, and I like ice cream cake, so that don't mean I eat it every day.
If you could, though, you would.
No, I wouldn't, because it's bad for my health. Just like Chelsea. Chelsea's bad for people's health.
That's true. That is true.
You know, let's talk about how a couple of Chelsea kids went to Milan and looked better. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, this kid named Christian Pulisic looks better.
Everything got slowed down for him.
Nah, that's not slowed down. They're pretty fast. You just look at Mike Mignon.
I love how Ferris comes on and suddenly there's just combative energy.
Yeah, it is not a surprise at all.
Not my fault that he's a loser.
Top of the table, Tottenham.
Something Chelsea's not. Got you. Continue.
We've done it enough. It's nice. It's nice to let you guys play at the top for a bit.
You know, we also did something very iconic that no one's ever done.
Yeah. Once, I think it was all in black and white. So
no,
Tottenham, top of the table. Right there, Arsenal. The difference being
goals scored, I believe.
Yeah.
That's stupid. What's that? That's stupid.
Two more goals.
I'm sorry. That's
you guys have the same goal differential. Just 2 more goals scored.
That is the dumbest thing ever. Why is that the secondary tiebreaker?
Yeah.
That is stupid.
It's to encourage offense.
No, that's the dumbest thing in the world. If that happens and let's just say we're level on points. We're level on points.
Fair,
you should do what you should do is the number one and number 2 teams that are tied do a 1-game playoff.
To be
winner
fair,
take all. That would be that would be the most watched game of all time.
You have 30 more games to get more goals than them. So
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. If
you get to play all the bottom feeder teams like they have. Yeah.
Yeah, they have beaten the bottom 4 teams in this league already.
But only beaten them like 1-0. They only beat Luton Town like 1-0.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We talked.
We're gonna get like 4 goals on Luton.
Don't jinx yourself.
Don't jinx it, Ferris.
Why you think Luton's gonna beat us? Is that what we're saying here?
No, I don't think Luton's gonna beat us. I think Luton's the worst team I've seen in the Premier League since Derby County. But
things like that get said, people get hurt. That's usually what happens. Yeah, there's always a given.
Oh, it's just like crazy stuff happens at Anfield.
Crazy stuff
does happen at Anfield.
No. It's because certain players don't know how to control their emotions. Granted, Xhaka, you shit. Moron.
Okay. Week 9.
Would have won that game.
Not next week. In 2 weeks for the international break. We're coming back. And
who won last week?
Oh, let's talk about that.
I have a question.
Was Rob putting down wrong scores because he didn't put his glasses on. But after a thorough looking through, he's like, wait a minute, this isn't right. Wait a minute, this isn't right. With a final score.
I chose Chelsea to beat Burnley. I just put you
that. You did not.
Yeah, there's video evidence.
And also I picked City just to spite you and hit me on the ass. So the final score 4-3 Adelia wins.
What?
Yeah.
Rob, I think
at one point Adelia had 6. At one point I had 6. It's like, oh no, that's not right either.
And I never had 6. Is that what you're saying?
No, you were never close. Yeah. Yeah, it never came close.
I love how me and Rob's spitefulness cost us in the end.
Yeah, it did. Well, let's see how spiteful this week gets. Liverpool and Everton. Liverpool Derby. It's Derby day.
The Merseyside.
Yeah, a battle for the Merseyside.
I will take Liverpool.
It's in a place where things happen.
Are they home?
Yeah, it's at Anfield.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a victory.
Yeah. I think that's an easy one.
I do like their song. I like their song.
You'll never walk alone. You know what? I'll always think of the Jerry Lewis Tell song whenever I hear that, or "Helpless" by Pink Floyd. So
I think of my grandmother. She liked that song.
Roger Waters, of course, one of the biggest Arsenal fans in the world, and he still put that song on the end of one of his songs. So whichever. Bournemouth and Wolves.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go draw.
Okay.
Bournemouth Wolves?
Yeah.
Wolves.
Yeah, I like Wolves too. I think
At
they've
home?
been playing well. No, it's
It's
at
at
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth.
Ooh, victory. I still go because they look like they didn't know what the hell they were doing. Bournemouth.
Here's a team. Let's see if they can hold a lead against Burnley. It's Brentford.
So
Brentford.
Burnley against Brentford.
Yeah, Brentford at home.
I'm gonna go Brentford. Even though I want to see Luca Kusholo. Yeah, he's definitely not playing for the American national team.
You don't think?
You don't know that yet.
I'm gonna say Brentford as well. Adelia.
Brentford.
Yeah, Burnley. Burnley can pick on some of the bottom teams. I don't think they're gonna do.
Rob,
much.
do you know? Do you remember Michael Ray Richardson,
I know that name.
the basketball player for the New York Knicks?
Okay, yeah.
His son Amir Richardson is apparently one of the best center midfielders in all of Ligue 1.
Really?
He could play for the Americans. The
Oh,
French,
we were talking
or
about it
Morocco.
before. This is why the name sounds familiar.
Yeah.
City gets a chance to rebound, but it's a big game. They're playing Brighton.
City. It's at the Etihad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, damn, if it was at the Amex, I would have went draw.
I'm gonna say draw.
Yeah, no, the Etihad's gonna be there. They're gonna
I
win
don't
like
know.
1-0.
Pep gets the majority of his players for a week with just training, no game to worry about. He can prepare them for this.
It's an
They'll
international
rebound.
break. There's a lot of international guys. All right. Newcastle at home, St. James Park to Palace.
Newcastle.
Newcastle.
If I wasn't an Arsenal fan,
Yeah, I'm gonna
if I
say
wasn't an
Newcastle
Arsenal,
too.
I would have been a Geordie.
Palace is good, but I just don't know who's gonna score for them.
Yeah, no, it's Newcastle. Man, they got like 8 different people.
Shout out to friend of the show, Brodney, who's a Crystal Palace fan, apparently.
Brodney. Anyways, Forest at home.
He actually declared it.
Yeah, he told me he chose the Palace as his team.
Okay, because he was like, I'm not gonna allow Adelia to shame me. I'm gonna become a City fan.
Named after an exhibition. You're named after an exhibition. All right. Forest at home to Luton.
Forest.
Matt Turner with a clean sheet.
You guys couldn't say that fast enough. Forest does one
Forest
thing.
wins at home.
They win at home, especially against Luton.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to save the next match for last. Sheffield United. The battle. This is a United derby. Sheffield United. Manchester United.
Manchester United, but I want Sheffield to win so fucking bad.
I know. Could you imagine?
Same.
Could you imagine?
With an Austin Trusty goal.
Yeah, Manchester. This is going to be their chance to get 2 in a row and quiet all the naysayers. Won't quiet me.
Me
okay.
neither.
The Sunday match. By the way, all those Saturday matches on my wife's birthday. So there you go.
Happy birthday to
Tanya. So Villa at home to West Ham on the Sunday. The only Sunday match.
Villa to West Ham. I'm gonna go Villa. Go Villa.
Okay.
Because I think they finally rebounded from the Tyrone Mings injury. I think that Newcastle game was kind of an anomaly because they're still bouncing back from the Tyrone Mings situation. But now Pau Torres has kind of taken over that spot. And I'm a big fan of Ollie Watkins. I think it's Jacob Ramsey and Moussa Diaby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I might go Villa too.
I'm going to. Do I think West Ham can get some here? I think they can. West Ham. Here's a London derby, the one that no one gives 2 shits about. Spurs and Fulham.
At Craven's Cottage.
No,
it's at the vaunted Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
The place so dire, no one wants their name on it.
Yo, why is that? Is it because their managing owner is a criminal? The other guy, not Daniel Levy, the other guy.
Yeah, we know.
Where he got arrested on international waters for insider trading.
Daniel Levy isn't the best guy either.
Yeah.
All right.
But at least he's not a criminal. Well,
I'll go as much as I don't want to. I will take Tottenham in this.
Okay. Ferris?
Draw.
Yeah. I think that might be a smart play, but
Because I enjoy saying Craven's Cottage. Adelia, does that sound like somewhere in Harry Potter? Does that sound like you're right? You know, like come on, you know what I mean?
Sound like somewhere in Harry Potter.
Like me and Harry Potter at Craven's Cottage. We got to
the shrieking shack just out by Craven's Cottage.
Craven's Cottage.
Right. Final match. Chelsea v Arsenal.
It's
at the bridge.
It's rivalry week. Oh, that's how it is.
Rivalry week. Yeah.
Is it at the bridge?
It's at
the bridge.
At the bridge? Okay, then we're gonna win 3-0.
I'm gonna put it in brackets. 3-0.
Because if it was at the Emirates, we would have won 4-0.
Predicting a score though.
Right. I'm gonna say draw.
If we do win 3-0, do I get like an extra 4 points?
No.
I mean,
maybe I'll add it. Maybe I'll add an extra point. We'll see. You might need it. So
now you're gonna need
it. We are finished with our predictions for the week and for next week too. That's it. We're back on the whatever it's gonna be. That's the 24th. I guess.
21st. Yeah, we'll be back on the 24th with another episode. Probably pre-taped again. Hopefully not live. Things have been interfering with that lately. But Ferris, thank you for joining us for part of the show.
Thank you.
Where can people find you?
You can find me at Craven's Cottage. Sorry. All right.
You have your other voice
on. All right.
Okay.
Craven's Cottage. Oh my God. You don't find anyone at Craven's Cottage. No one ever admits they go to Craven's Cottage.
Yeah, no one admits to going to the bridge.
Like a Richard Osman.
The bridge, people just kind of put a bag on their head and just walk in.
You wear a tuxedo to the bridge.
No, you don't.
Again, Ferris, where can people find you?
Every Friday, 3 o'clock Pacific, pre-taped or live. Good Friends, Better Rivals, where we talk American football. NFC East this week is gonna be a week because both teams lost, but one of us expected to lose, and the other one was very confident in their team. And unfortunately, something bad happened.
Bad.
I'm thinking of being a good person, but that kind of ends when the show begins, where I stop being a good person for my co-host. So this week you're gonna enjoy because it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
And this week a special 9 o'clock Pacific episode of The Open Table. Me and Adelia are by ourselves, just talking shit.
Jeez.
And fun.
That's on the entertainment channel.
The entertainment channel, yes. And then the Good Friends Better Rivals is on the sports channel, which you are currently on. We're actually at 115 subscribers. So guys, share it with your grandma, your grandpa, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your wife, your second wife, your third wife. It doesn't matter. 85 people left to 200. Hit that subscribe button.
I think he's actually just asking for people from Utah to join us. But we'll take if you want to.
Well, I was watching.
I'll take subscriptions from Utah. I don't give a shit.
Well, I was watching a show, and one of the episodes was someone walked into a hospital, and the dude, his partners just kept coming to the. He was a polyamorous person in a relationship with 3 other people, and then his wife showed up. So there's that.
Okay, I don't know what that has to do with anything, but okay.
I got it.
Where can the good people find you?
You'll find me not only doing this show, but also we just finished wrapping up talking Ahsoka over on the entertainment channel. We're about to start talking Loki on the entertainment channel, so stay tuned for that. Let's Get Ready Network After Snark weekends on Twitch with Danny and I. We usually talk about nothing, but last week we started talking about Star Wars video games. We're going to talk about it this week. One quick thing I want to say before signing off, Eden Hazard retired today. One of my all-time favorites, a man who only stood maybe 5'9", but left an imprint on Chelsea and on football. 2-3 times bigger than his actual stature through 352 appearances. He scores 110 goals for Chelsea, most of them incredibly brilliant. I was saying, like, Ferris posted something that said at his peak, maybe the best player in the world. I look on that as maybe. I will say this: at his peak, maybe the most talented player in the world. Ball at his foot, could do anything, and he could do anything with it. He could score from anywhere. He can run through entire teams. I'm going to say 3 goals off the top of my head. Goal against Liverpool at Anfield, where he stops, starts, and just the speed to get by people and gets the ball in. Against West Ham and going through their entire back line. And of course, even though in the 2015-16 season, he only had 4 goals, one of those goals came in as a substitute in the 83rd minute of the last game of the year to deny those bastards Spurs a Premier League title. I'd like to thank Diego Costa for the assist for that, but the absolutely gorgeous goal, looping it in past Lloris, who could do nothing about it. And
are you about to cry?
The picture goes to Harry Kane, and Harry Kane is heartbroken. I will always love Eden Hazard. I'd like to thank him
Rob,
for his service to Chelsea Football Club. Congratulations. Only 32 years old. Foot injuries, ankle injuries, and an extra sandwich or two, and it's too bad. But he never won the Champions League with Chelsea. He won everything else. He did get it with Madrid, even if it was on the bench. Still counts. So congratulations to Eden Hazard. You're true blue Chelsea. Good luck in retirement to you.
I want to say something.
Okay.
No,
don't.
She's like it's soaking.
Just don't.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The best.
That'll do it for us here today. You can find me on Twitter or X or whatever the app is called this week at Adelia Chambo. You can find me here with Snark every Tuesday, 3 p.m. Pacific. Not this upcoming week, though, because of the international break. And like Ferris said, the Open Table Fridays on the Entertainment Channel. Special time this week of 9 p.m. Eastern. And if you're watching this right now, we're doing the Loki review on the Entertainment Channel in about 45 minutes.
Oh,
so,
shit. All right.
Oh, no, not 45 minutes. A little bit later.
2 hours. What are you talking about?
A little bit later. I was thinking 7 Pacific and looked at my clock and saw 6:14. So it's
7 Pacific, later. 9
7
Central.
Pacific, 9 Central, a little bit later. So until next time, everybody, we are out.